so they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Detroit!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset The guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. A 24-yard touchdown. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Darnold on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Darnold going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken short. So out now come the Jets. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again is Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now they try the right side here. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Watch the run, watch the run!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Simon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
The
road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Jets on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over! Kill, turn up! Cloud!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Back now here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Check. Over. Shit. Switch.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Gun. Over. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Peterson. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
55's mine, guys. Watch you now, Barney. Strip that ball. Check. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch you now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Over. Detroit. Over.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Back to throw, Darnold. And fights him off. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Set, 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney. That is right. Odd. Five down. Stand up in.
And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New York set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He's going to get it running right. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to...
Show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models, it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to be my feel, yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never I left, yeah, did. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so deep like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. I down, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna
call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they thought I hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this.